a whole lot of people has a misconception about IVF. Some people say IVF children are fake babies. Some people say IVF children are not babies. Like a whole lot of things. Some even go as far as seeing IVF as a crime. Hi guys, good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Onyinye and I am a mom of quadruplets based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. And if you are a returning subscriber, you're always welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate. My last video where I posted about the cost of my IVF, a lot of people said I should make a video about the procedures to IVF, like the whole procedure from beginning to the end. So today I am here to tell you all the procedures about mine. I don't know for another person. Like I usually say, hospitals are different, so I don't know I don't know how their own works. I'm here to talk about my own. Let me first of all talk about what IVF is all about, because a whole lot of people has a misconception about IVF. So people say IVF children are fake babies. Some people say IVF children are not babies, like a whole lot of things. Some even go as far as seeing IVF as a crime. The only bad thing I can say about IVF is that it might not work for you. That's the only bad thing I have to say about IVF. You might do it and it will turn out to be negative. Today, I'll be talking about the procedures of IVF. The first procedure, let me use myself as a case study. When I went to that hospital, the hospital where I did mine, when I went there in the first place, after my payment and everything, the first thing they will do for you is to suppress your natural cycle. Yes, they will give you a birth control pill, and you know birth control pill, when you're on it, you cannot see your period unless you stop. So they will give you a birth control pill that will make you not to see your period. Even if you are about to see your period before going to the hospital, if they give you that pill, your period will automatically cease until when you stop the pills. So they put me on birth control pills for 1 month. Some people they used to give them for 21 days, but mine they gave me for 28 days. After you must have finished the control pill for that 28 days, I stopped. After 5 days, my period came, and that is what they want. And like I heard that birth control pill equally helps you to ovulate multiple eggs, because naturally a woman, please, I know this thing I'm about to say, I am not 100% sure, but I heard that the birth control pills helps you to ovulate multiple eggs, because naturally women don't ovulate more than 2 eggs in a month, like I heard. So they say the birth control pill will help you to ovulate multiple eggs. After I stopped the birth control pill, my period started on the 5th day. Then after your period started, the next day, like the second day of your period, they was they did what is called mock embryo transfer. It's just like an example of what they will do on the actual day of your transfer. They will pass a catheter inside your uterus from your vagina to make sure that the passage where they will put the embryo on that day is open. So when they put that thing, if your own is not open, they will quickly open it, because if they don't do it if they don't do it before the actual day of transfer, maybe on that day it will turn out that your own is blocked and they cannot start opening it that day, because the embryo, they don't need any harmful thing on that day. It's just to put it fiam. So that mock embryo transfer is just like an example of what they will do that day. So if your own is blocked, you quickly open it. And then what they did for me was that I think my own was blocked, so they just opened it. And then afterwards, they gave me an antibiotics to take because of what they inserted now. So after that, the next day, which is the 3rd day of my period, they started one injection for me. I don't know the name of the injection, but I will insert it. I will put it on the screen when I remember. They started that one for me, and they started giving me that one on my laps. They say that one will. I asked, because me, I usually ask questions when if I'm not understanding anything, I'll ask you. So I asked one nurse, what's the work of that one they gave me on my laps? She said it's for me not to ovulate on my own until they want me to ovulate. Then they will stop giving me that particular injection. So they started giving me that one that day. The next day, being the fourth day of my period, they started the actual stimulation medication for me, which is menopur. Some people use menopur, some people use Gona F, a whole lot of things. I don't know. The hospitals are different, and there are so many medications that still work for the same reason. So they started giving me mine on that fourth day of my period. They usually give me that one on my buttocks. That particular medicine they usually give me on my buttocks is to mature my follicles, to make my follicles grow big, big enough so that they'll be able to bring the eggs out on the day of the egg retrieval. So that one they give in the buttocks now, they will give you that one for 12 days. On the 13th day, they will stop giving you that one on the laps because they want your eggs now to drop. They will stop giving you that one on the laps. Then on the 13th day, they will give you a particular one. There's one particular one they will give you on the 13th day. That one they usually time it because if they miss the time, the eggs will drop. That one, they gave me that one, I think around 10 p.m. on the day 13th. On the 13th, they give me that one around 10 p.m. because the 14th is the actual day of the egg retrieval. That day of the egg retrieval, now I came around 8 p.m. I think. Sorry, 8 a.m. because I heard that one that they gave me that previous night around 10 p.m. is not supposed to exceed 36 hours. So they gave me that one around 10 p.m. Then the next day around 8 a.m. I came, and before 9 a.m. they already brought out the eggs. Then by that time your husband must be present in the hospital, or if your husband is not around, or if he traveled or anything, he can drop it before that day, so they will freeze his sperm. Or if he will be available on that day, there is no point freezing it. So what he will do is just to come with you that morning. They will just mix your husband's sperm with your egg together. Then after mixing it, they will leave it for that day. The next day, they will check how many that fertilized. Let's assume that they brought out 15 eggs from you, and then they mix it with your husband's sperm. The next day, they might tell you that out of that 15 eggs they brought from you and fertilize and mix it with your husband's sperm, that it was only 12 that fertilized. From that 12 now, because they are supposed to do the embryo transfer for you on day fifth. Some people do day 3, some people they do day fifth, but me, I did day 3 because maybe if they see the quality of your embryo that it might not survive to the fifth day, or some people, even if it will survive to the fifth day, they will want to put it on that third day because they said the embryo have a higher chance of succeeding inside your actual womb than the lab. So they put it for me on that day 3. Oh, he's crying. So what they do is, for out of that 15 eggs that are fertilized, now they will tell you that out of that 15 eggs they brought out from you, they might tell you that 12 fertilized with your husband's sperm. And then on the second day, because that day that they brought out your eggs and mix it with your husband's sperm is the first day. The next day is the second day. They might tell you that out of that 12 that fertilized, that is 10 that is remaining. So it keeps decreasing until the day of the actual transfer. Maybe at the end of everything, they will tell you that you have 5 left, or you have 6 left, or you have 3 left, or you have 2 left. Some people end up not having anyone left. So that is it. They will just transfer it for you on that fifth day, or some people do third day. Like I said, me, they transferred mine on the third day. They will transfer it for you and then tell you to come back after 2 weeks for them to know if it fertilized. Yes, that is the IVF procedure of mine. I don't know for another person, like I usually say. If at the end of that 2 weeks and you're pregnant, congratulations. But if you don't get pregnant, if your own turns out to be negative, I'm sorry about that. But you have to come back. Like the hospital will always tell you, IVF is 50-50. A lot of people don't even read the a lot of people don't read the the paper they give you, the sign. You will see where they wrote it clearly. It's 50-50. You will not see it until your own turns out negative. Then they will bring out the book for you that you signed. They will bring out the book for you that you signed, and that's just it. So guys, this will be the end of this particular video. I'll make another video to talk about the 2 weeks wait. So please, if you're just coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to subscribe. Please do well to subscribe. Support this small girl. Support me. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, so that it will get to a lot of people, because this misconception that people have that IVF is a crime, I don't even know where it's coming from, honestly. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't just know. People need to know that IVF is, I don't just know how to explain to them. I don't just know. Someone even told me, oh no, I'm a Catholic, I cannot do it. Hello? You're a Catholic, you cannot do what? You cannot do what? This is just to hasten pregnancy. Like, it have helped a lot of people. Because I gave birth to 4, even if it was natural conception, a whole lot of people will still say, oh, she did IVF. Now that I came out to talk about it, a whole lot of people will still judge me, not knowing that majority of people that even gave birth to 1, they did it. But because they gave birth to 1 or 2, you assume, oh, it's natural. But because me, my own turned out to be 4, hey, the world have seen me. I've committed a sacrilege. If you've watched up until this moment, thank you very much. You're a real G. God bless you. Bless your family. Grant your heart desire. If you are equally going through IVF process, just have just be optimistic that it will work. Definitely it will work. Me, when I was doing mine, I was never negative. I was never negative. I was always optimistic. I was always sure, even though Satan will always bring one thing or the other to your head, but keep rejecting it. I was always sure that this my own will work. I usually tell God that even though other people used to fail in that hospital, because me, my leg will cross there, my own will not fail. My own will not fail. And I did not fail. I came back the first time doing IVF and it worked for me. It worked for me. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.